Birds of Prey was directed by Kathy Yan and the stars Margot Robbie as she returned as Harley Quinn. Since she returned, ever since she made her first appearance in Suicide Squad, which she was really good in that movie. So after the Joker and Harley Quinn broke up, Harley joins Huntress and Black Canary to save this young girl from the evil main villain named Black Mask, who's played by Ewan McGregor. And I don't think I wasn't looking for when I seen the trailer for this movie. I wasn't looking forward into this movie is because I'll tell you why. I thought this movie was gonna get boring, and I'm like, no, I don't think I want to see this movie. But actually, when I heard it was sorry, when I heard it was really good, it was fun. This is a fun movie. This movie's fantastic. I feel like the color grading of this movie is feeling perfect. The movie is feeling like it's a perfect score. But sometimes this movie can concentrate more on Harley Quinn. Well, speaking of Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie is really good again as Harley Quinn. She's always playing really good as this character. She's always having so much fun with this role. Because Harley Quinn is recently she's a psychopath. And I think Harley Quinn is more of a killer than the Joker was. Or they probably are both. I don't even know. But Mary Elizabeth Winstead, if that's her name, she's really good as Huntress in this movie. She's really, really good as Huntress. Um, I don't know nothing about Huntress or Black Canary. I don't know nothing about these characters. I don't know nothing about Black Mask. I think the last time I seen him was one of the Batman movies, probably like Batman Under the Red Hood or something like that. But yes, when I heard this movie was really good, I actually wanted to watch it because I'm a massive DC Comics fan. My first time reviewing a DC Comics movie was mostly the Joker movie that came out last year, which was actually really good. And with this movie they decided to make this movie rated R instead of PG-13. They decided to make this movie rated R, which I don't have a problem with. I didn't really have a problem with this movie being as an R rating movie. I understand. Even though I understand kids love DC comic characters like Harley Quinn, Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor, the Joker, Black Canary, Huntress, Green Arrow, the Flash, all these characters, including Blue Beetle and Black Lightning and Static Shock. I understand they love those characters, but this movie is actually made for grown-ups. Now, since they decided to change everything from Suicide Squad. Well, Suicide Squad was rated PG-13. Well, Suicide Squad was fine for me, but I didn't really like it that much. I like Margot Robbie and Will Smith in that movie. They were really good in that film, but that movie didn't really work out for fans and myself at all. But this movie actually worked out. This movie actually did work out for me because but sometimes this movie actually concentrates more on Harley Quinn is because she's just going through some stuff. She's having like a very hard time since her and the Joker most recently broke up, which is really kind of upsetting for her. I understand she's just going through some stuff. That's why this movie concentrates more on Harley Quinn, and even though she's a freaking psychopath, this movie is like I feel like this movie is one hell of a ride of a movie because I feel like this movie is full of hell of a ride because it is and it's really good. It's giving I think this is giving fans what fans wanted, but this bombs with this movie um what this movie doesn't look like a Birds of Prey movie. They call it Birds of Prey, but instead of calling it Birds of Prey, they could have gave this movie called Harley Quinn, which we could have covered. We could have discovered her backstory. We could have discovered the other characters' backstory, like Huntress's backstory, Black Canary's backstory. Backstory, and Black Mask's backstory. That's what we could have discovered. Nothing happened. But the action sequences are fun and exciting. The color grading is looking perfect, like it is. Um, I feel like this movie is giving probably what fans wanted to see without Suicide Squad. Giving this without Suicide Squad giving Margot Robbie the bad interest. But at least but the action sequences are fun, like I said, and most of the funny scenes make me laugh. Some of the funny scenes in the movie made me laugh. Some of them did not make me laugh, and the explosions are really good. Ewan McGregor has so much. Ewan McGregor, he's a fun actor. He's really good as Black Mask, as the main villain in this movie. I don't know nothing about this. I don't know nothing about this character, but I haven't been keeping up with DC Comics in a while. I've been, I'm still trying to keep up. I'm a big DC Comics fan, even though I like Batman and Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, and Superman Returns, which are my favorite childhood movies that I haven't watched since elementary school for years. But my first time seeing Harley Quinn was actually Batman the Animated Series, and that was my first time. I think that was my first time watching Batman as a cartoon character for the very first time, because I'm a big fan of Batman. Batman is one of my most beloved DC comic characters, including my other favorite characters is Blue Beetle and Black Lightning, Static Shock, and some other characters that I actually like. But I'm glad this movie didn't copy from Suicide Squad. It doesn't look like a Harley Quinn movie, like I said, but I was having some issues with this movie, but this movie could at least concentrate on Harley Quinn, Huntress, Black Canary, and some other characters at the same time. But that's the problem with the characterization with this movie, is this movie concentrates more on Harley Quinn a lot more. And the plot actually concentrates more on the other. Sometimes it concentrates more on Harley Quinn the entire movie. Nothing else. Just Harley Quinn the entire time. But I'm just saying, like, if this movie could at least done better. This movie didn't really, like I said, this movie didn't copy from Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is not really good as Birds of Prey, or they could have called this movie Harley Quinn, so that way we can discover Harley Quinn's backstory of how it all began, how it all started. I think we've seen that in the Suicide Squad movie. I haven't watched Suicide Squad in a while, so that's all. But yeah, all the actors who play all these really good characters in this movie are giving a lot of action, giving a lot of credit score, giving a lot of not really giving bad criticism at all. Um, but I'm glad this movie is one hell of a ride. Like I said, it's really fun and exciting. But sometimes this movie actually concentrates more on Harley Quinn, because fans did understand what's going on with Harley Quinn is because she's a psychopath, she's a killer, she loves killing people, and she likes kicking. And otherwise, she kick people in the face. This movie's like a kick. This movie will probably get a kick out of it the entire time. But the director did a really good job. Maybe the director decided to be like, well, I'm gonna direct this movie. Maybe this is what fans want. But we didn't even know this movie was gonna concentrate more on Harley Quinn until we saw the trailer. When I saw the trailer for this movie, I thought I was gonna be really, really, really upset that DC Comics might ruin this movie. Maybe DC Comics wanted to, maybe Warner Brothers and DC Comics decided to change things a little bit more, like they did with Wonder Woman and Aquaman, which are the greatest movies that I actually love to watch. But with this movie did change a little bit. Well, Warner Brothers and DC Comics, they're still trying to figure out what can they do to change everything. Well, even though I heard the making of when I heard Wonder Woman 2 is coming out this year, Wonder Woman 1984, which I'm really excited to go see. Really excited to go see that movie. I'm gonna be looking forward to that movie when I go see it, because I've seen the first movie. I'm still gonna go see this one as well. Yes, I'm sure Warner Bros. And DC Comics will work something out to make these movies great as the MCU, which is known as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because the Marvel Cinematic Universe gave us great messages, great stories, and great action sequences. But the DC Comics, they're not trying to copy from them. They're just trying to figure out what can they do to change everything from these movies and save some of the films that were not good at all. Well, I'm sure they're still working something out. Just trust them. I forgive the movies. Like I like Man of Steel and well, Batman versus Superman was one of the dumbest movies I didn't really like. I know it wasn't that good. Wonder Woman was one of the best movies, and Aquaman was really good. I'm sure this movie will do probably do better if Harley Quinn didn't make a even if Warner Bros. Or DC Comics makes like an origin story of Harley Quinn's backstory, like the movie, like go back to the beginning of how it all started, then that'll be successful. If they well they didn't put it, they probably didn't put it in this movie, but I enjoy it. The final battle is really phenomenal. It's taking its time. I'm glad this movie is I'm just really concerned of why this movie didn't concentrate on any of the characters except for well Harley Quinn's the only character that normally they concentrate on. I didn't want to take nothing away from this movie is because I'm not taking nothing away from this movie, but this movie was fun. This movie was exciting. When this movie came out on DVD, I'm definitely gonna get it. And I wish like the toy company makes these characters look more like action figures or Hot Toys figures. It's up to them, which I understand, but that's all. And that's all I gotta say about this movie review for Birds of Prey, which it doesn't look like a Birds of Prey movie, but does look more like a Harley Quinn movie, which I completely understand. It's not the movie's fault. It's recently Warner Bros. And DC Comics' fault. I don't blame the director, but the director did a really good job. But the movie actually is fun and exciting, and that's all I gotta say. But the movie's exciting. The action sequences are exciting. So that's all I gotta say about this movie review for Birds of Prey, and that's all I gotta say. So be sure to like, subscribe, and press notification button. Follow me on Instagram and excuse me, and comment down below, and I'll see you on my next video. And thanks for watching.